What's up, you guys? It's your boy Felipe, and I'm excited to come to you today to talk about one thing and one thing only: how to get your first property successfully. Let's get started. All right, before we get started, as always, please hit the like button to subscribe. Definitely leave me a comment if you'd like to see more videos. So let's get right into it. You know, a lot of people struggle with this. How do I get started, Felipe? How do I do my first deal? Or how do I get my first rental property? Or what is the process for all of this, right? I don't want to mess up. I don't want to get any bumps or bruises. The first thing that I ask people is always the exact same thing. What's your goal? Why are you doing this? What is it that keeps you going? What's going to motivate you to do this? If you don't have a why, then you're probably not going to do as well as you should or could. One of the most important things you can do when first starting out in real estate investing is analyzing your goal. Breaking down your goal. What is it? Perfect example. My very first investment property, very first cash flowing investment property was a 6-unit apartment complex in Cookeville, Tennessee. Worst deal ever. And I'll tell you why. The cash flow was great. $1,300 in cash flow, free and clear every single month. Great cash flow property. But it was no good for my goal. See, my goal was my time, not money. My goal was how can I get the most amount of time back with the least amount of properties. Now, yes, that property was doing awesome. It cash flowed great. The tenants were fine. It's in a great area. What more could I ask for? But when I first started investing in real estate, I hadn't identified my goal, which is why am I doing what I'm doing? What's the reason? Give me a reason. What's that meme with Cardi B?
Reason. What was the reason?
You gotta have a reason. And what I quickly realized was that it was taking up a lot of my time managing this property and not my goal. So this first deal gave me my goal. My first goal or my first deal didn't give me anything but showing me that I needed to have my goals down. And my goal was my time. So what did I do? Flip the property, put a little bit of money into rehabbing it, and then I flipped it for a profit. Only like 30 grand, nothing spectacular. But it still was a home run in my book because I then took all that money, brought it back to Nashville, and what I did was I bought a single family home. I ended up quickly paying that off, $180,000 as fast as possible. All the money that I had went into this property. I paid it off, and all of a sudden I was getting the same amount of cash flow, $1,200, but no headaches and not having to visit the property and not having to turn them. It was great. It was fantastic. Now I had my time back. So what did I do? I got a HELOC on that property and bought more rental properties. And there's another HELOC video coming soon. Don't worry about it. But what I'm trying to say is that my most important thing that I could have done when first starting out in real estate was analyzing my goal. What is your why? And then, and only buy properties that specifically, positively affect that goal and not anything outside of that. For example, someone's like, well, should I flip to get into my first deal? I'm like, well, are you going to be a flipper forever? No, then probably not what you should do. I'm going to wholesale. Are you going to be a wholesale forever? A wholesaler? No, then probably not what you should do. Focus on what your goal is and go straight for that. Well, Felipe, I don't have the money to invest in real estate. Okay, well then get a job or do wholesale or do flip properties, but don't make that your goal. Have that as a way to get into your first deal. You could do something as simple as 3 to 5% down by house hacking a property, living in it and renting out the bedrooms, right? Or you could do partnerships, right? Let someone lend you the 3 to 5% and pay them back in cash flow. There's plenty of ways to get started in real estate, but without identifying your goal, you are not going to have a positive result because you're just going to buy the first thing that shines. And in real estate, luckily for all of us investors, we know this, real estate works. Period. It'll either be a good flip, a good wholesale, a good rental property. All real estate is good for something. If anything, the dirt is worth something. So unless you've identified your goal, don't get started in real estate. Why is it? And if you just say money or cash, that's not a good answer. Freedom, time freedom. I want to quit my job and I want to be able to do real estate full time. I want to be able to spend more time with my family. Those are reasons you get involved in real estate, and stick to it, because this is another really important thing. If you're going to go 100 miles an hour into real estate, the last thing you want to do is go 100 miles an hour in the wrong direction. And that's what can happen if you start investing in real estate without the good why or a good goal. So what we've learned: identify your reason, identify your goal, figure out why it is you want to invest in real estate, and then buy rental properties that positively affect that goal. Whether it's quitting your job or whatever the case may be, right? We'll do another video on how to analyze deals to match those goals after this. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment. You can follow me on Instagram, Felipe Mejia, REI, and we can definitely stay connected. Thanks, guys.